Meet Dank Demoss, the legendary Detroit rapper, also known as
Big Dank,
who was recently part of a controversial rideshare incident that sparked debate about safety, liability, and discrimination. She got denied by her Lyft driver because of how fat she was, is basically what I'm getting at. So let's take a look at the video that she posted. This MF said, I can't fit his car, so we got to cancel my ride.
No space, Mom. My car is small.
I can fit in this car.
But believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me. So, I'm sorry.
Debatable.
What I'm gonna do about my money?
I'm gonna cancel you. You're not gonna be charged.
So you telling me I can't get in the Lyft because I can't fit in your car?
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
What make you think I can't fit in the car?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, ma'am, do you really want me to answer that? Or do I need to spell it out for you? Or you know, and I'm just gonna cancel your ride. Let's order you an Uber XL. Be on your way. Sorry about the mistake here. You know, could be simple little whoopsie daisies. 450 not gonna fit into this Toyota Corolla. It's just not. It's not safe.
What makes you think I can't fit in this car?
Because the car is small in the back.
My best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same size.
Yeah, that's your best friend though.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't.
So you really telling me I'm too big to get in your car, so I gotta order another Lyft?
Yes.
And to be more specific with you, I got very tired tires.
What I got to do with your tires?
Yeah, and you have no space.
How you know I don't have no space?
Yeah, I got no space in the back. Believe me.
How do you know I don't have no space?
Because I've tried before.
Huh?
Because I've been in this situation.
So every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL. It's called.
No, I don't never have to order an Uber XL.
Now, I drove a 2009 Toyota Corolla for over a decade. I'm 6'3", 2.5 bills, right? And I felt like Bowser in a go-kart in that thing. It was tight, and that was the front seat. The back was even smaller. I'm taking a peek at Dank Demoss over here. You know, I'm not saying she would or she wouldn't, but all I'm saying is that Lyft driver had a valid concern. When you got a business to run, you cannot risk getting a human physically stuck in the back of your car when there's paper to be made, right? And sitting around while the jaws of life tear the roof off your shit so Dank Demoss can get airlifted out that bitch is not a profitable venture. Now we're gonna go through some of the legal proceedings because instead of taking this gracefully, she of course hired rat lawyers and is trying to sue Lyft for millions. I think she got this dude fired, which is its whole own other travesty, but we do got to keep the lights on in here, so let's chat about today's sponsor and we'll get right back into it. Recently, I bought a new car, and anytime I add something significant to the monthly budget, I make an effort to consolidate and rein in those sneaky recurring monthly expenses. I've been watching my bank account like a hawk, and somehow I still manage to miss a few charges that have been quietly draining my wallet. Well, today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help. Rocket Money is an all-in-one personal finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower bills, and manage your money better. I love using Rocket Money to get a clear picture of all my subscriptions in one place. Once you connect your bank account, it shows you everything you're paying for, and with just a couple of taps, they can help you cancel the ones you don't want anymore. No more endless customer service calls. Their budgeting feature makes it super easy to track your spending with automatic categorization and alerts about upcoming charges or low balances. Plus, their goals feature helps you set aside money automatically by analyzing your spending patterns, and you can adjust or pause it whenever you need to. Rocket Money has helped save its customers up to $740 a year when you use all the app's premium features, with over 500 million in canceled subscriptions. So if you want to save more, spend less, and join the over 5 million members using Rocket Money today, go to rocketmoney.com/LeonLush or click the link in the description to get started for free. You can also unlock even more features with premium. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you. Time to join Uber 18-wheeler. Come on. All right. That's enough. Listen, as you can imagine, the comments on this have gotten a little bit crazy, whether it's on X or on Instagram, as this video makes the rounds. Now, there was a response from Lyft, and we'll show that response over this video of her posing with her lawyers, as this is now a publicity stunt, it seems like. Dank Demoss, we're disheartened to look at this driver's unacceptable behavior. Please DM us at your earliest convenience for additional support. We'd like to address this as soon as possible. Pussies! I love how they're like posing for this to make it some sort of, you know, PR campaign to raise the profile of her rap career, probably. I don't think they'll make money, but you know what? This country's so cooked in this regard, they might actually get money for her which would be a travesty, but here they are doing some legal proceedings behind closed doors. Lyft should have honestly just responded, LOL, but unfortunately most of these large companies' PR departments are still infested by lemmings that are trained to be pretend sensitive in order to protect their reputation in a culture that's dominated more recently by outrage enthusiasts. But the tides are shifting a bit recently. You'll love to see it. She made bad life decisions and now wants society to warp to accommodate her. Now listen, heavy people get a lot of hate on the internet, and I think a lot of it is undeserved, but there's times when situations like this happen. We've seen it before with fat activists on planes trying to call out airline companies for not giving them 2 seats for the price of 1. We see it here again, where she's trying to milk Lyft for millions of dollars because her rider didn't feel comfortable giving her a ride. In this case, I don't feel bad commenting because you're obviously looking the smoke because you're making it all about yourself. Now, it's obvious that she is massive, right? We're just calling a spade here, and that's okay. We're coming off a few years where people have been afraid to speak plainly about shit, but it feels like that charade is almost at an end. Now, I have nothing against her or people that are heavy. I'm very happy for her if she's happy in her body, but this idea that society needs to bend to the whims and unusual needs of a very small group of morbidly obese people is insane. If you allow yourself to get this way, you are now responsible for dealing with situations where some cultural norms may not suit you anymore, not the other way around. This Lyft driver had every right to deny you a ride if he feels it will put his business in jeopardy. I don't know the legality of it, and frankly, I don't really care. That's just my opinion, and it's the right one.
Fans know her as Dank Demoss.
Of course, there's a little news blip now as the story has developed.
They're fuming after a Lyft driver allegedly
Fans
denied her a ride because of her size. And
Imagine
Jessica
that.
Dubnak is live in Detroit with this story. And my goodness, tell us how this all unfolded here, Jessica.
Well, it all unfolded on video. Deja Banlane whipped out her phone when this all happened. Now, the Lyft driver, he was kind enough and apologetic, but refused her a ride and said that she would not fit and that her weight couldn't be handled by his tires. Now she's filing a lawsuit.
How you know I can't fit? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because I have eyeballs. Former Corolla owner, as I mentioned before, so I'm a bit of an expert.
Have you been in cars that size before?
Yes, I have. I've been in cars smarter than that, you know.
Deja Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
Believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires.
Was a bit of an unusual pivot. I mean, you could have just stuck with the you're not going to fit in this sedan. It's a small car. Physically not going to make sense. Tires probably would have been able to handle it, I think, unless maybe they were a little bit low pressure. Maybe you forgot to stop and put a little air in them. I don't know, but you just didn't have to get that detailed. Just stick with the physics of it.
Dank Demoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, like, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal and I knew that it was wrong.
Shut the fuck up. First of all, what about the Lyft driver? Is he really, I don't know, I haven't looked into it, but if he really lost his job over this, probably he did, judging by the Lyft response. Absolutely spineless pussy bullshit. I mean, they're just insane. And this idea that like, oh, I'm devastated. Like, no, bitch, come on. You're an opportunist is what you are. Sure, you get a little embarrassed, but normal people would be like, oh, that kind of sucks. I understand the situation. Order an Uber XL, you're on your way. But what you see as an opportunist is that, oh, we can scream foul here and I can either A, make money, or B, raise the profile on my rap career, which with less than 2,000 streams a month on Spotify clearly could use the publicity. But this type of entitled, how can I exploit the system to make money at the expense of someone else behavior is something that I've always despised about our culture. More specifically about our legal system and how litigation generally works.
I knew it was illegal and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car, or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit.
Well, then the law is fucking stupid, Zach. Just like your haircut. You mean to tell me that her physically not fitting in the back of a sedan is the same as telling her, no, you can't come in because you're black? You're really trying to tell me that? Oh, but under the law, that's what, well, then rewrite the law, Zach, because it's dumb. And you're just a slimy rat lawyer that probably called her because you saw an opportunity to make a few shekels on the back of whatever this bullshit viral moment was, you slime bucket.
Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
No shit.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can. I really want people to see like what we go through as bigger people, you know?
We don't need to see it. We could guess that if you were to get in the back of a small sedan at that size, it would be difficult. And if it's not your best friend's Beamer or someone you know personally and it's a man running a business, there might be some disparity there. And his desire to not give you a ride because it might affect his business is not him discriminating against you. It's him just using his brain to make his life a little bit easier. What I would like to see is you having the common sense to know that and be aware of that ahead of time and ordering a larger car to avoid this situation altogether.
If they did not get back with us in time for this story. Now, Lyft, Uber, those rideshare companies, they can refuse passengers based on a perceived security threat. But according to Deja's attorneys, you cannot discriminate based on someone's weight. It's very clear in that cell phone video. That is why he denied her ride. Reporting live on Detroit's West Side, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
And because these Lyft drivers, their own personal rides, I mean, they turn people away, but they have some discretion, you're saying, but when it comes to some of these protected liberties, no.
That is what the attorneys are saying, and they said they had enough to file suit. They have filed that lawsuit, and Lyft has been served, but we will see what happens. We'll stay in touch with Deja.
Yeah, it's interesting because you said so many people came forward after this, so clearly it's an issue out there right now.
Is it Lyft drivers that are the issue? Is that really what the issue is? Yeah, it's definitely Lyft drivers. It's certainly not people's inability to not become the size of 6 humans and want to ride in the back of a small vehicle. Definitely couldn't be that. Keisha says Lyft drivers get like $5 a ride and most passengers don't even tip. She weighs more than his car. When she ruins his car, who pays for the repair? Why wouldn't she spend the extra money on the larger vehicle? Let's not normalize this. She's 600 pounds. Seems like a reasonable take. Now, I hope that she gets absolutely nothing out of this lawsuit except wasted time and that her slicked hair rat lawyers get laughed at all the way back to their rat lair. But unfortunately, because of the way litigation works in this country, she might make a few shekels off of this and head straight to McDonald's. If she spent just an ounce of that same energy on having personal accountability, Lord knows what she'd be able to accomplish. I'm not saying she has to lose weight, but maybe a basic understanding that you aren't going to be able to move through life the same way someone else would that, say, isn't carrying around the weight of 3 additional humans inside of their cells. Now, maybe my tone here is a bit insensitive, but rest assured, I have nothing but love for people of all shapes and sizes, but what I do despise is opportunistic scum that look for every opportunity to point fingers and blame everyone else for their misfortune instead of themselves, especially when you can litigate your way to a few dollars at the expense of A, somebody's job, and B, some corporate company that doesn't owe you shit, but because they're trying to protect their corporate interests, they'd rather just pay you off than have to deal with the PR shitstorm. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go hit the Peloton and listen to some Dank Demoss while I get my sweat on. If you could do me a favor and hip thrust that motherfucking like button, I would appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Peace.